Hey guys, it's Courtney. It is currently after 3:30 in the morning and I just have not been able to sleep. And I made the mistake of looking at my gym's app and seeing that they have a 5 a.m. body pump class this morning. So I laid there and thought, should I drink another cup of tea and try to go back to sleep? Or should I just make a cup of coffee and just push through and start my day? Today's gonna be a very busy day. We are going out of town this weekend. I need to finish packing for that trip. I need to rewrap some of the presents that we're bringing because my son got into a few of them. I need to clean out my hedgehog's cage, which I don't want to do quite yet because he's nocturnal, and so I'd rather wait till the daytime when he's not as active. I need to wipe down everything in the house, do the floors. I need to get my nails done. The kids have a dentist appointment at 10 o'clock. My son needs a haircut. I need to return something to the Nike store, run to the grocery store, pick up a birthday present for a family member. So it's gonna be a pretty busy day. Oh, and I'm making a chicken pot pie for dinner, so I gotta get back and make that. We'll have dinner, and then my husband and I have a meeting this evening for something really exciting. So if you stick around, you might hear about that. So I switched my au pair's hours around today, so she won't be starting until noon. So I'll be taking the kids to the dentist and hanging out with them until noon, and then she'll take over while I finish running errands and while we go to that meeting. So thank goodness for flexibility. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pour myself a cup of coffee and go to this bright and early gym class because I'd be able to get my cardio in, and as soon as I'm done, Kroger would be open. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's get started. Now I'm just filling up my vitamins and my medicines that I take daily. I suffer from seasonal allergies, so I always have to take an allergy pill every single day. Otherwise, I will be absolutely miserable. And this year, I also read a book called Wild and Well, and I learned a lot about taking different supplements and taking care of my digestive system and my immune system in order to stay healthy and feel my best. So every day I take a B12 that dissolves under my tongue. I take digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, and then I also take a packet of multivitamins. This one in particular is a women's health pack, and it has cranberry to support urinary tract health. It has calcium for bone health, different digestive health things. I can't even tell you what all it has in it. And this was the last few packets that I had of this particular one, but later on this day I went to GNC and found some really good deals on some vitamins to replace those. And I have noticed that when I stay consistent on my regimens that I feel a lot better. Along with these, I also do my greens every day that I mix with chlorophyll, which is a really good detox and helps supplement some of those vitamins and minerals we don't usually get in our diet. And then I also take collagen to help with hair, skin, and nails, joints, and that also helps with digestive health. So I'm just very mindful now of what I put in my body and have noticed a huge difference. So I would rather try to prevent issues than having to go to the doctor and take medications, though I do take medications when needed. I'm not against that at all. Just trying to maintain my health. So that's what I'm doing here. Now that that's all finished, I just got dressed for the gym, and this was the outfit for the day. And while my energy's still up, I'm being productive. So it is 4:41 in the morning. I'm leaving my house to go to the gym for the body pump class that starts at 5 o'clock. So that'll be over at 6. And then I will do cardio from 6 until 7. And, there's a cup in the floor. By the time 7 o'clock rolls around, I think the grocery store will be open. So I'll run in there and grab everything I need. I'll probably be home by like 7:30. That'll give me just enough time to wrap the presents that I need to wrap and get the kids up at around 8 o'clock. And then we'll start getting ready to go to our dentist appointment. While we're out, I'll drop off Brandon's jersey to Nike and then come home, and I could probably, while I'm out, I could probably go ahead and get my son's haircut. And then by that time, the nail salon will be open. So my nails are so grown out and they're long and they've got like Christmas sparkle on them, and I just need it to be gone. So I think today I'm just gonna get them cut down a little bit, and then I'm just gonna do a plain nude, and that will make me feel so much better. So my son will have a fresh haircut, I'll have fresh nails, my kitchen is clean now, and then I just got to get the hedgehog done. So wish me luck, and hopefully we burn a lot of calories in the next 2 hours. Oh look, it's morning day. That's what my kids call it. Whew. I've seen a lot of sunsets in my day, but it's not often that I see a sunrise. And guess where we are? My home away from home. Kroger. And did I park in the very back of the parking lot so that nobody could hear me talk? Yes. Yes, I did. I'll let you know what we get when we get home. Okay, y'all, we're back from the store. It is 7:47 a.m. and I was just gonna show you what we picked up today. So I got a loaf of white bread for my kids' sandwiches, 2 gallons of milk because we can't have enough milk in this house. My son loves milk. A thing of diapers, some brown sugar because I was completely out, a bag of apples, some bananas, a bag of sweet potatoes. That's mainly for my au pair because she's going to be here by herself this weekend and she loves sweet potatoes, so I thought I'd grab some of those. And then here's some toys. It's our nephew's birthday party this weekend, so I found some cute stuff for him at Kroger. And don't worry about my door. I know it's nasty. It's because of this little bugger. That's Finchy. Hey, Finch. Oh, big stretch. He's ready to come inside. All right. Let's get all this stuff put away. Let's put it away. Okay, y'all. I usually don't eat until about noon or later, but I have been up all night and I already got my workout in and I'm starving. So this morning I'm having some einkorn toast with a tablespoon of plum preserves and then 2 fried eggs over some greens and a second cup of coffee, and I'm super excited about it. I just made the kids a quick breakfast. I had meal prepped some pancakes and some sausage, so I just had to throw them in the microwave, and then they each are splitting a cutie. Okay, it is 9:37. We are on our way to the dentist office. Their appointment's at 10 o'clock. So the kids ate breakfast. We just got dressed really quick, headed out the door. I was going to try to get my son's haircut beforehand, but we just didn't have enough time to do that beforehand. So we're just going to go to the dentist, leave there, run into Nike really quick, and then head to get his haircut. We had a great visit at the dentist. Everybody is super healthy. And now we are on our way to the Nike outlet to return this jersey, and then we're going to go get a haircut. As I mentioned before, I was planning on making a chicken pot pie for this evening, so I decided to go ahead and prep some pie crusts. I had made some chicken pot pies a few weeks prior and had some extra filling, so I just froze it, and I thawed it out the night before and decided to go ahead and make a crust and then just stick it in the fridge while I finished running all of my errands. Now, I couldn't find my pie crust recipe that I usually like to use, and I chose a different one that used a lot of shortening because I had some shortening to use up, and I don't plan on buying any more, so I just wanted to go ahead and get it out of my fridge. Well, I was not a huge fan of this pie crust. It was very difficult to work with, and I just felt that the flavor was a little off and it was kind of crumbly. So I'm not even going to share this recipe. I'm going to go back and find my other recipe, so next time I try to go ahead and make a chicken pot pie from scratch, we'll have my favorite pie crust that always turns out great. I'll actually be making that one for a pumpkin pie soon because we're celebrating Christmas with my family this weekend since we were sick during the holiday season. So you'll probably get to see that soon. So this day I wanted to go ahead and get these in the fridge, and then I planned on letting it chill until I got home, and then was gonna go ahead and throw the chicken pot pie in the oven before we had our meeting later that night. So I don't remember the exact measurements for this crust. It was basically flour, shortening, cold water, salt, and a tablespoon of vinegar. But the dough was just super doughy, and so I decided to add a little bit more flour to it when I was working with it, but then it became crumbly and it was just a big mess. And I just really didn't like the way it tasted, so I won't be using this one again. Oh, there was also an egg in it. So there's my farm fresh eggs that I got from the store where I get my einkorn loaves and my kombucha, which I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, funny story. So I got some kombucha and I thought that it was pretty good and it tasted kind of fruity and not too bad. And I was wanting to incorporate it more into my diet just for the digestive benefits. And I had my husband taste it, like, hey, try this, it's so good. He immediately gagged and said that it tasted like trash can juice. And I was like, oh, don't be silly, like, you're being so dramatic. And then I went back and tasted it, and oh my gosh, it took me back to working in the fast food industry and taking out the garbage at the end of the night. And I looked up how they made it, and it had like tea and vinegar and whatever in it, and then they let it ferment forever. And he was like, yeah, that's basically what the bottom of a trash can is. So needless to say, he kind of ruined it for me. But I did start incorporating some more sauerkraut and stuff into my diet, so we'll just do that instead. Maybe kombucha just isn't for us. Okay, at this point, you can tell that I'm starting to get a little bit tired. So I ran my errands and I came home and laid down for about an hour, and I honestly couldn't decide if it helped or made things worse. It might have made things worse, as you can see from the bags under my eyes. But here I'm just starting to roll the dough out for the chicken pot pie, and it was very difficult, but my kids had a lot of fun playing with the scraps and making their own little concoctions. You can see their cute little hands on the side. They had a lot of fun with that. So I just wanted to go ahead and get this prepped and get this in the oven because my husband and I had a meeting this night, and we figured it would take about an hour and a half. It ended up taking about 3 hours. So I didn't get home until almost 10 o'clock. And then by the time we all got settled and ready for bed, I didn't get in bed until 11 o'clock. So by the time my head hit the pillow, I was exhausted. But it worked out perfectly because I just stuck the chicken pot pie in the oven before I left, told my au pair that the timer was set, so just take it out when it's ready. So they were able to eat, and then by the time I got home, it was covered in foil and it was still warm, so I just scarfed down my food and I went to bed. So this was a really long day, but it was a really productive day. It's not ideal to miss out on sleep, but if you're not going to sleep anyways, I would rather just get up and get some things done. I really wanted to get ahead because we were going out of town this weekend and going to see family, and so I didn't want my house to be a complete wreck while my au pair was there for the weekend. And I also wanted some meals to be prepped for her so that she didn't have to do a ton of cooking and she could kind of relax. And we wound up getting everything done, having an amazing weekend with family, and then the snowstorm started to blow in. So as we were driving in, it started to snow, and one of my next videos is actually going to be our snow day, which if you're from the South, you know that we don't get those a lot, and so it's usually a really big deal. And you know, you got to get the groceries before they're all gone, and you got to make sure your tires are good and everything else. Just get prepared to hunker down and have a few days of fun, and that is what we have done, and it has been amazing. So here's that chicken pot pie. Just got to put the top crust on, and it turned out pretty good, but next time it'll be even better with my pie crust that I like. Now I'm just throwing a quick egg wash on the top of the crust so that it'll brown really nicely. And soon after this, I'll be leaving to go to that meeting, and that will be the end of this video for today. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I stayed up all night long and just got things done. You might think I'm crazy, but you know, sometimes as a mom, you just got to do what you got to do and get stuff done while you have the energy. And this night, the best time for me to do it was whenever I couldn't sleep, because I knew later on in the day I would definitely not have the energy to work out and clean and stuff if I did not have a good night's sleep. But just thank you so much for hanging out with me. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. I hope you like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I really appreciate you spending your time with me. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.